Baldur's Gate stream tonight, making the moral arguments for and against goblin murder. Did we find out if we in fact can or canooch? I was testing out the audio channels, they failed. I am not a clever man. Tuick or not Tuick, that is the question. I tried to separate Thomas' audio from Canuch and cannot make it happen. What are you using for virtual audio devices? IDL a plug-in and everything. VB cable. Desktop audio. Did you unplug and plug it back in? The plug-in, yeah. Well, it's far too late to try anything now, but HMU later and I can try to help you. I meant your brain. That is always unplugged. Where's Waldo? Why is Waldo?
Why is Waldo? That's an excellent question. Why is the most important question, but I do not have the answers. The answers are not good. Even if I had them, they're bad. Hi, everybody. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I am here to play Baldur's
Which is
Gate.
Waldo?
Which is Waldo? That's a good question. I'm going to hop into the channel right now and bring in Thomas. Hello, Thomas. How you doing?
I'll do you one better. Who is Waldo?
Who is Waldo? Well, he is a uh, old man who thought that he should be a streamer because it looked easy. The streaming's kind of easy, but the editing and the post stuff is not. Anyway, uh, we are going to play some Baldur's Gate tonight. I tried to uh, separate out the Lady Canuch from your voice so that
Thomas, what about Tom you or Tom them?
possibly I could hop into this stream channel with you while it's on the start screen. You and I could talk to each other, but the peons in chat wouldn't be able to hear it, right? Because we don't want them to hear how
Yes.
much we hate them. So you and I can talk about that on that 15-minute like intro. We don't want them to know this. So that failed because I can't figure out where Canuch's voice is coming from. Honestly, I don't know how it gets here. I don't know how it gets into my ears. I'm not entirely sure how it gets onto the screen, but it does. And because I can't find it, it makes it hard to
We could just
isolate it.
pretend we can't hear you.
You can pretend you can't hear.
Gonna
Well,
go with it. Probably comes from the stream itself.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, but I think it's coming from the browser itself. I'm not entirely sure.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, the browser. Yeah, or because I did a thing to try and isolate it within OBS and I could not, apparently. I thought maybe if I isolated it and put it as the source.
At KBP24, what are they saying? It's completely silent here.
He's gaslighting us. Don't listen. Uh, I'm on to you, Popog. I see you. Gaslighting everybody. So, anyway, um, I'm going to get my game started. I don't know if you've got yours up and running yet.
Yep. I
Okay.
gotta set the
ABC.
lobby up, and then
ABC. That's right.
hopefully we can
ABC's.
figure out how to load our game.
All right. Well, let's hope it works. All right, I'm hitting the play button. Then gonna play with my screens here. Here we go. Put that one there. We're gonna turn off the window cap and turn on the
Hi.
game cap. Oh, hi. I see BM up your ass. Nice name. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Let's see. This was us, I think.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So we're going to play some Baldur's Gate and morally judge each other for our choices. If you are watching, toss some political hot takes into chat and we'll listen to them. We'll talk about them or think about them. And then chat can yell at you. Or not. Or agree with you. I don't know.
My opinion, we need Hitler back. Just my view. If you don't like it, then too bad. I am going to be me no matter what.
Well, that's a terrible idea.
More like a morally judge.
We're going to
Okay,
immorally
this is
judge him, yeah.
definitely our game.
Okay. Oh, I'm still on the launcher. So I'm going to hit the play button. I was like, why isn't this damn thing going? Because I'm on the stupid launcher.
So it's interesting. It says that while you're offline, your avatar stays around, but I can do things. But let's see if once you're
Hail
in,
hanging out
it just
until I
lets you
start
join my
playing
game.
Rebirth again. I simply my view.
All right, then we're going to go here and nope. Try again. Nope. Try again.
Adolf Hitler is back. He's a Namibian civil rights activist and
When I talk to
politician.
your character, it says, a once familiar ally. Now apparently not all there.
Not all there. All right. I'm at 93%. I'm loading. I'm almost there, I think. All right, then we go to OBS. We click the game capture right there. And there it is. Now it's available. Up here. There it is. All right, I did it. Let's see. So we're going to go.
I majored in Hitler studies in college and fell in love with him there.
That's very honest of you, ICBM. Still a terrible idea. But I mean, I guess you love who you love, right? You can't help the horrible, terrible, disgusting, monstrous feelings you have. All right, so I'm gonna click on that, and then I'm gonna bring chats up so that I can see them. This really does tax my computer.
Hitler sexual there,
I
a
don't
cream
think
for that.
Hitler studies is a thing in college.
Love is love.
I think he might be one of those facetious people. Love is love. That's right.
I won't ache the cream.
He won't take the green. He chooses not to. My goodness. So I've got that going. I've got my thing here. And the last thing I need is this window so I can make sure everything looks good. And I think we're ready to go. Okay. I'm going to hit the multiplayer button. All right, let's get started. Let's murder some Gobbos or save some
I
Gobbos.
know Hitler studies probably still pays better than lesbian
I wonder
dance
if you're able to
theory.
join the session I have going
Baby,
right
don't
now.
hurt me.
We're still in the camp. So what if you go to the continue button there?
Oh.
No more what is love.
Continue. Balance.
Which
Campsite.
seriously, when are they gonna come out with lesbian dance fact?
2/24/16. Was that the date we played? No, it wasn't. This is my, yeah, and that's my current game. No.
Oh. Well, shoot.
So what I'm going to look for is.
Try load game?
Well, you loaded a game, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I need to find. Oh, you know what I think it is? It might be that I'm not. What's the word? Visible online.
Hold on. Press the load game button and see if you can load the game, and if it will merge our games together.
The load was definitely not there. I see you right here, and I'm going to click that button, and I'm going to join your game.
Is this game any good? It looks kinda dumb in my most humble of views.
Well, ICBM, we have proven that you're real bad at judging character, so I'm going to say yes, this is a good game.
Public is joining your game. Is that you?
Waiting for the host to accept. Yeah, I
I
think so.
hope it is. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I clicked on you as my friend in the Steam and then said join your game, so then it jumped in.
Got it. All right, so here we are.
Loading up right now. 75, 100%. Shoving foes into chasms. Should be up any sec. Ready to go. Almost there. Any second. What could possibly go wrong?
Does it usually take an hour to start playing it?
If you are dual streaming...
BG3 is actually an allegory for how correct Hitler was.
If you're dual streaming and watching your own stream on like 19 other sock puppets, yeah. I might or might not be doing that last
Barry McCockiner.
Are you ready to leave camp?
Yeah, let's roll.
Go.
I've got my drum. I'm ready to roll.
Well, ICBM, I'm sure you'll be happy with this stream because I'm pretty sure we're about to go commit genocide.
Well, we are going to fight some Gobbos. Alright, did you run out? I think I see you there. Yeah, let's roll.
Open the gate. Just wondering if we should go talk to Zevlor first, or if we should just head straight over to the Gobbo camp.
Shadowheart is Joseph Goebbels or something.
Alright.
What's he got?
Books. I ain't got no time for learnings.
I'm a fighter.
Ain't got no cottonwood books around here. Fighting a guy?
Whoa. Whoa. This is way too early to be talking to this guy.
Nah,
what's going on?
You're fine.
Is this all random?
No. I'm sure it's not.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or what would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smile.
Who is this then, Pop OG?
Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier. Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Churchill.
I usually like to ask him if I'm talking to the mouse or the cat.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. He's definitely
the fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
Can't you tell from the British accent?
Oh, the accents in this game are all muddled. Never sure where they're from. See, this is such a nice guy. Look at his beautiful, wonderful, super cool castle. What could possibly go wrong? I say nice decor. This guy decorates like a sumbitch.
House of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
Fuck's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, when I reach 1 million subscribers, this is what I'm gonna make my house look like. That's a guarantee. So, if you're interested, press the sub button.
Call it a ninth sense.
Ninth sense, yeah.
Are they implying that these devil guys have like 8 senses?
What's
Yeah,
better
something like that.
than a devil you don't know? A devil. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably.
I mean, he definitely has a
But
sense
a
of humor and
savior, that's for certain.
a sense for the dramatic and fashion sense. I mean, look at him. Number 4. I don't care who you are or what you are. I care what you want. What do you got for me? What do I got for you? Let's keep it transactional.
Oh,
All right.
Devils love it.
Trifle. How dear is one's soul?
Sounding awfully
really?
capitalist over there.
I know.
A
Waldo.
rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture
Well,
an answer.
it's a devil you're talking to.
It's worth very
They invented
little
capitalism.
with a tadpole in your head.
I don't think that's how that
One
works.
skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
I'm usually, well,
Nah, I like number 3.
mad if you think we'll make a deal with the devil. Yeah.
Or number
And
2.
what
Yeah.
is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
Hey, how do you know Hope?
He does. He's got his 8th sense is a sense for the dramatic. I like it. Sense of flair. I'll have the last laugh in the end, or take me back. Yeah. Number 3. I'm 2 or 3.
I'm thinking 2.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Whee!
If you say so, buddy. Oh, hold on. We definitely have to pick that up. 1 sec. Send that to camp. Thank you. Could have sworn there was something up here. Now I don't remember what it was. Oh, there's a chest up here. With basically nothing in it.
Yep.
What an odd place to
Don't you feel
make
good
that-
having
that guy.
explored?
Oh. You want the silver pendant?
I got a pendant.
Nicholas has a harper sigil.
You are the spellcaster after all. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of potions in this thing.
Hmm.
Yes.
Got a thing.
Oh,
Perceived a
Above
thing.
the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders.
I love
A
spiders.
shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
I'm a
The
druid.
creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt. A spider egg is nestled within.
Animal handling. Speak softly to spiders in hopes of calming them. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to spiders. You
wait.
You go and do
You can
your
add bonus.
thing. Yeah. I got my own guidance.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got it. Nice. comfortably.
Just
you
talking
know.
to spiders. Ain't no thing.
One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash
I should
the
leave at
bag.
that point.
Something clinks among the coins.
Sticky
Nice.
fingers. Spider egg sack. Almost. Alright.
I think we can jump down without getting fall damage. Yeah.
Here's a real puzzle for ya. Why are 100 of duck portrayals targeted at children yellow?
Hopog, it's because yellow is the unisex color for children.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Oh no, not Ed. They got Ed. Shit.
You're a true soul.
He's a true
You
soul.
can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I think you only get one of those Ethelid wisdoms a day, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't usually use these.
Oh, yeah, that's to pretend that you're on their side, which is what I usually do.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
what I. Well,
happened to
that's
your-
on my.
Oil bear, please, do you have any?
Shut up, Andric. Do you serve the Absolute?
Who the fuck's that?
Wait.
Here's what
The
I hear
injured man
Waldo
locks
saying
eyes
because
with
the
you.
Illuminati want
A
to force
familiar
children into unitary
squirming
duck sex.
churns in your head.
What are you trying to do, dude?
At Pop OG42 True Gender Abolitionism.
Mind him. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed!
Oh no,
Please!
Ed.
He's with the Absolute now. You're
Can we cast Revivify?
a true
You could.
soul.
I ain't gonna.
Edwin, our brother. He was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
I'd say number 4.
I was gonna go for 7.
Oh, what's 7? I can't even see it on my screen. Oh, forget the elbow. You're still alive, so go. Yeah. You don't go messing with bears.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
pretty sure they go
7's good call.
for revenge, yeah.
What? And just leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
Gonna snag his money. And his sausage. I got his sausage.
Just take everything.
What? I don't want to fill up my bags with garbage.
Oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna take his tadpole real quick.
Oh, did he have one in there? And I didn't see it?
Yeah. It
Oh.
talked to me when
Ah.
we approached.
Wasn't in his bag. I gotcha. I'll level up real quick.
No,
Apparently.
never mind.
Oh, nice. We get to level?
Apparently. Snuck up on me. Need more spells. So I'm gonna hit that button. Level 3.
It was in his prison
So
pocket.
that owl bear in question is in this cave over here. I don't want to go to that because it killed me before when I was in honor mode, and I'm pretty sure it'll kill us again.
Yeah, owlbears are not a thing you need to be goofing with.
There is some nice loot in there, as I recall. But all right, am I choosing the champion or am I picking the battle master? Tough call. I'll go champion to make things easy.
Oh, gotta go to Underdark. Yeah. I'm a druid of the Underdark.
Yes, yes, the tadpole was in his prison pocket.
That was in the brain.
Behind his eye.
It's a funny place to keep your prison pocket.
I don't think I'm going the right way right now, actually.
I don't know where you're at. I'm lost. Are you down by the river? Down by the
Taking
river?
a little walk. Oh, I need to go where you are. Yeah. I'm on my way. At some point, we gotta go back and take out that owl bear, though. That's a menace to society.
Vines. I got all tangled up. Watch out for vines.
Okay. You just can't stop getting entangled, huh?
All these damn vines are coming from. Leave me alone. Dumb vines.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Politically compare and contrast Hitler and Biden, but only by referring to their interactions with their dogs.
That's quite a feat, Popog. Did old Adolf have a dog? Because Biden's dog bites a bunch of people. Secret Servicemen, apparently. Look, a bunch of dead guys.
Oh, we got food. Oh, man. Hello.
Tell him I said hi.
Damn it.
They're not...
Hitler only had hamster, which explains a low T.
Oh, he had a hamster. Shinsuto, interesting. It does. Oops, don't steal. Okay. You ever click on him and then it tries to steal real fast? You're like, nope.
You and me both. Gonna find the wizard who gave us the contract that got my people killed. Left out all the important bits, like beware. The kind that leaves half your crew dead. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. Have at it. If you think you can do better. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. Goblins made short of the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back if you feel like dying.
Yeah, do that.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Yeah, this dude got just obliterated by Gobbos. How embarrassing.
I'm gonna tell the Gobbos what to do.
We're wasting time.
The hell did my character go?
Ooh.
True invisibility. I'm invisible. And I don't know why. I don't think I'm supposed to be.
Alright. Oh, don't be like that.
Don't bother running. My archer's got decent aim and plenty of arrows.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Do it. Stand down now. Do it. Limited wisdom.
All right.
You can tell him you're the boss. You got a tadpole.
A true soul.
See?
My mistake, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, then she called you sir.
Stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's
You'll get no more.
We won't? Oh, I was hoping for trouble.
Exactly. Now we just get to walk around however we feel.
What if I go up and I push her off the building?
Then she'll fall. You might be able to consider that an accident. You might be able to play it off. I don't know.
I think that's a combat maneuver. Found a circle.
Oh, good.
Found a chest that's locked. Probably belongs to all the people that the Gobbos killed here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get some guidance? This thing looks hard.
Sure. Let me figure out where you're at.
Also, if you see any oil barrels or smoke powder barrels, make sure you pick those up and send them to camp. We're gonna need those later. There we go. I don't know why that didn't just add guidance to my bonuses, but oh well. Hey. I succeeded though. We got a haste helm. Yeah, I'll equip that. You want a potion of mind reading?
Sure. Do I need to put my tinfoil hat on? I think I do.
Your opinions on Nikki Haley.
Let's see what this does.
Dan Davin 1. Nikki Haley is a normal Republican? Which is to say, a normal Republican, yeah. She was hoping for the Dawn to go to jail so she could gobble up all the delegates and say she won. But now that the case has been pushed back in the Supreme Court, primaries are going to be over before he goes to jail. Pipsqueak to fly. Why are you doing this? That's an excellent question. I love why.
Cause it makes me laugh.
What a jerk.
No, attack him. I don't care.
She did very well winning in Vermont.
Now I'm gonna tell him to release him.
You want this little cave lurking?
Nikki was certainly gonna try gobbling her way to the top.
He's ours.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response.
Ooh,
Your
you
little
can only do
power
it once a
is
day.
beyond reach until you rest.
Yeah, I don't know what your
I'm gonna go for
charisma. I don't know what your riz is like, but you can try that if you want.
She will gobble to the top hopefully in 4 years' time.
And bam!
Hey, you nailed it. Dan, she's on my list higher than Trump anyway.
I reckon we could do better
But
than this.
still below a whole lot of
right?
other people.
We're leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving. There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us. Move it. Right then. Fresh meats.
Head to the barn. Major story plot point there. I like Nikki Haley.
That's cool, Dan.
I gotta make sure I don't click the wrong lever this time, because I clicked the wrong
Are you
lever
gonna
one
fling
time.
him? Yeah?
And it flung the guy into space. So make sure I hit the right lever there.
Don't fling him.
Oh yeah, I know.
Are you gonna
the
keep him?
first time I ever.
What are we doing with him? Here we go. Do his bindings.
Cut me loose.
Bag of Cabara. There's
Pustulant.
Pustulant. Let's see. Well, get on with it. Get on with what?
I'm a deep gnome, you're a drow. You helped me, now you plan to enslave me.
Yeah, I'm a different kind of drow. I'm a good drow. See. He's free to continue on his way.
Just like that, I'm sure. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
Have fun. We rescued a gnome, everybody. Alexander Jackson just subscribed to the channel. That's very nice. Thank you, sir.
Where's the barn, Shinsinto?
Where's the barn?
Found his pack. He's got a satchel in there of smoke powder.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I think this is
throw
the
that
barn.
at somebody.
Shabby wooden doors. I think I'm at the barn.
Right tool will do the trick.
I'm a shiny golden god. I picked the lock on a barn door.
I think it's to the north big building, double doors.
Where are you?
I went in a door and it took me to a different map. I'm coming back out. So that we can sync up.
Oh. Oh, we're on the wrong way.
Those
This
doors
door?
take us down to a place, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like spiders and shit
There's
down here.
adventure down there. So much adventure.
We need an American Hitler, and don't say some bullshit about Trump, cause he is not the man for the job.
We don't need that at all, ICBM. That's a bad idea. Thieves' tools. You know, I don't think I even had any of those, did I?
We need it bad.
No, ICBM, we don't need that at all. We need to avoid that.
Oh, I failed a perception check.
Oh,
you
no.
got it though.
Oh, there's a trap.
Yeah.
What do we need him to
No,
do?
we need to change my mind.
You haven't told me what you want him to do yet, ICBM. What do you want him to do? Okay. You gonna... Oh, you already got rid of the trap. Okay.
He needs to clean up the country.
Clean up? Like, pick up all the cans off the side of the road?
Weapon blueprints.
Remove the... the garbage from the rivers? Like, what are we talking about? Take the plastic out of the Gulf of Mexico? Oh, fail.
All of the above. Like
My
ethnically
dex is a
clean
little
it.
higher than yours.
Yeah, I'm not very good.
Ooh, found a smoke powder barrel. That's going straight to our camp.
Sounds like quite the environmentalist, ICBM.
Ooh, can I get some guidance over here?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hitler was an environmentalist.
Well, so far he's cleaning the...
And he also cared about animals.
These are... I'm an environmentalist. What else is he gonna do?
Alright. What is going on with
That
these
Papa
rolls,
That's
dude?
probably what ICBM is getting at, hurting the people he doesn't like. If Trump gets
This
one of
lock
those
is,
orange
like,
jumpsuits, he can start
killing
cleaning
me.
litter on the side of the road.
There we go. And then a nat 20, of course.
Popo G's got a real good idea. Or Popog. I don't know. Popog's got a good idea. I like it. He really would clean up. I remember what this is for.
Deport all the non-whites would be a great thing too. Again, just my view, won't happen, but I can dream.
Why was that chest so difficult to unlock? There's nothing in it.
Yeah, I know. It's fun.
Oh yeah, I know this thing too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it alone for now. We have to go to the Underdark before we can actually use it anyway.
Yeah. Which I think we can get to from down here, can't we?
Yeah, but those spiders will kill us.
Okay.
At ICBM UP your ass, that a terrible dream, you should feel bad.
Really, we should be using these goblins for experienced farming.
Oh, fine. Let's go kill some gobbos. We haven't been in a fight this whole day.
I need a good vantage point, though.
Yeah, you want to get up behind this one and shove him off? He's just standing there.
Yeah, well, first we should come take care of this bugbear. He's going to be a problem, I think.
The bugbear.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Really?
I am not at all ready.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Well, that don't help. I was not raised. Okay. Is this gonna hit you? I don't know.
I don't know, let's find out.
Oh, it saved you. Okay. You got saved. But that's okay. Alright.
Can we have someone not as extreme as Hitler?
Oh! What a hit!
That was nice. Huge.
Wow.
Why would you want Tony? Welcome back to the stream. Why would you want anybody anywhere near that bent? You know? Why would you want anybody near there? Let's avoid that. Let's find out what he is and then just avoid it.
Oh, there's so much alcohol on the ground. What a waste.
Mm-hmm.
I said not as
we'll probably need a
extreme, so
shovel
I
at
am
some
avoiding
point.
it.
Okay. Not as extreme. So just slightly as extreme? Close to?
How do I get on top of this roof for that?
I don't know how you get up there. Maybe you can jump from this side. Here, come here.
Oh, no, there's a ladder. I saw it. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a ladder. There you go. Alright, I'm going to push the guy that's on this floor. You push the lady that's up there. I'll tell you when I'm in position. You tell me when you're in position. We'll get a combo pushing.
Oh, man, that healing didn't work very well. Uh-oh, hold on. I'm going to need you to come up here because there's actually two guys up here that we need to push off the
Oh,
roof.
you got a second guy up there? Okay, I got you. I'm on my way. Oh, can't go there.
Before you climb up the ladder, you should hide.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Mauer Pinochet, and if you don't choose,
and
you
what's
get
your
Hitler.
strength modifier, by the way?
Not very high.
Mine neither. So this will be interesting.
Strength 10.
Check out Waldo's videos. https www.youtubecom at Waldo
I'll get this magic person, and you can get the other one.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
press
got my
the
shove action
button.
ready. 3, 2, 1, click.
I am a centrist myself, though Hitler is too far outside the Overton window for me.
Alright, we'll have to take this guy out first.
Slots. The result is at KBP24. Good job, you got two equal emojis x2. You won 100 points.
I should probably
person
action
is
search.
still
Check out Waldo's
alive,
videos. https www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
And shoot. Hooray!
There we go.
We shot a goblin while they were on the ground. Tony, you think you're a centrist? That's interesting. What are... Okay, and drums.
Or performance.
I doofed it. Okay. I think that guy's gonna come running around the corner.
Well, so if I attack this ladder, can I prevent them from coming to get us?
Maybe, but then I think it will just get stuck because they'll get stuck under the roof, and we won't be able to hit them. Let me see.
Yep, centrist.
We'd
The
still have a way
pendulum has
down.
swung far to the left in some respects, so I see why you'd be confused.
From like the leaves over there down to the door.
I can hop through the hole right here.
Oh yeah, I'm destroying the ladder. They don't get to come.
Okay, destroy the ladder. I shoot all the way over there.
It's over, Gobbos. We have the high ground.
Too far away. Have we got a spell that'll reach that far? Nope, too far away. I'm gonna wait patiently.
Ed Tony, what is your furthest left position?
Ouch, my face.
That was not nice. That guy's solution was to step on top of a box.
I think he's gonna try and shoot through the
chatter
holes.
Or something?
Did we get experience for killing those Gobbos?
Probably. I'd imagine we did.
I don't think we did.
Check.
Oh, well that sucks. Gobbos suck anyway.
Shoot. I can.
Yes.
Tony, yeah, we're on Twitch and Kick at the same time.
Bless their heart, they think you'll interact with them.
Oh, well, that's kind of half the reason to be in chat there, boss. Just to interact with people.
Man, they're just picking on you, huh?
Yeah, because I'm at the edge.
Idonic to Twitchers.
You don't talk to Twitch. Well, I'm on the Twitch. Why wouldn't you talk to them? Gotta be a little quiet. Darn. Blam.
You just love spilling alcohol everywhere.
It is a good time.
Not talking to Twitch is pretty left-wing. Anyway, was the whole politics angle aroused to get viewers to watch you play Dungeons and Dragons like a jerk-off?
Well, Tony, I'm doing both at the same time. I am multi-talented. Just the other day, Thomas and I had to decide whether or not to kill one of the goblin prisoners, and then we measured the morality of such.
Yeah, this is mostly a game stream. The highly political stream is on Saturday.
Wednesdays are game streams. Politics streams are Mondays and Saturdays, yeah. What if I shoot him down through this hole? I don't think I can. Let's heal you,
And
though.
goblins are a euphemism for Jews.
Damn it, Popog, how dare you give it away?
Oh, okay, so you're saying to come back and harass you on
Only
Mondays
in Harry
and
Potter.
Saturdays.
If you'd like to, Tony.
So it turned into a big Israel-Palestine discussion. Everything is political, even games.
Everything is political, even games. It's true. I'm gonna heal myself next.
Where'd that guy go? Like a sniper.
Yeah, see, Tony, you could tell us whether or not you think that the goblins in this game are
Games more
anti-Semitic.
like gamies. Can you play something cool like Metroid Prime?
Metroid Prime, not today. Got a whole game stream planned. Got a spider, see? Gonna die.
Uh-oh.
The subtext of Metroid Prime is actually Das Capital.
There you go. Entirely possible.
You got him?
I killed. He's dead, but there's one more on the way.
Where is he? I can't find him.
He's on the ground, coming.
Oh, I see him.
Toward us. I don't think I could jump down there. Okay. I shouldn't have walked to the edge because now he's gonna shoot me. Yeah. I'm a jumping spider. No, let's not dash. Let's jump. Ah, I was gonna jump on him.
Gotta move quicker than that.
I know. Rawr. Popog's right. Metroid Prime is all about capitalism run amok. I mean, Samus is a bounty hunter, right? Chasing down criminals for money. Madness.
Samus Aran is the proletariat rising up through power-ups of socialism to overcome the bourgeois Metroid class.
You know what we should do? Is
In the code of Metroid Prime, there is a recipe for chicken enchiladas.
Our chat to play like a Jackbox game.
I think that would be slightly more fun. I'm not saying this is boring. I'm just saying it would be more entertaining than this, maybe.
Probably. Let's do that next time.
This is a little bit of a slow game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it was brand new and nobody had ever seen it before, and it was right at the launch and you couldn't afford it, you could watch a girl with gigantic jugs play it for a few minutes and determine whether or not you wanted to play it. That's the new game reviews. You don't read a thing. You go to Twitch and you watch a girl with gigantic knockers play your game for about 30 minutes. And if you think it looks fun, you go and buy it. And if you're like, that doesn't look very good, then you don't buy it. It's the new meta, everybody.
There it is.
Oh, you're gonna die. I should heal you. Here. Or we should just go rest.
Yeah, I mean, we got short rests.
Better than nothing.
I don't get spell slots back on short rest, which means I have no spells to spell at you any longer. I can kill that goblin, and then I'll have to rest.
Alright, we can call it right here then. And then I have some headlines for you, or one headline for you.
Okay. So, Tony, don't leave yet. We're going to talk some headlines.
Mostly to say, guess who was right?
I don't know. Who?
Nostradamus.
We'll have to find out. Stick around, folks. Oh, are you dreaming? Is that the thing?
What?
You're having a private moment. Giggity. T is having a private moment, and I cannot interrupt him. So I'm just gonna let you have your private moment.
I'm sending you the link right now.
Okay, well, you're... Okay.
I'll put it in public.
Okay.
Are you guys
Prediction
excited for
number
the State of the
1.
Union address? Supposedly Dark Brandon and Light Joe are gonna lightsaber duel.
why
If
is it
Brandon
pri-
wins,
Oh, I just
Papa
see what
Joe
you're
will
saying.
be taken to a farm
Yeah.
upstate.
Should I kill Asterion for trying to bite me?
I
I think that's something I would probably do.
You probably would. He's a vampire. You're allowed to kill vampires. Nobody gets mad at you for killing vampires.
Oh, I'm probably gonna die. Oh no, I critted him.
Oh, good. Well, I'd shut the game off.
Asterion died.
He did. Okay.
Yeah, bye Asterion.
All right, let me bring that back up so I can see it. Yeah, Popog has a very exciting prediction for the State of the Union. I don't think it's going to come true, though.
All right, save this game. So I can exit it. And then, did you get the link I sent in the chat?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Sorry, I talked about that on Monday. But yeah, it is exactly as we had predicted. You'd predicted this for sure, and I begrudgingly predicted it.
Hey, it's only a rumor.
You accepted my prediction.
Yeah,
Yes.
I accepted your prediction as the dumb shit that's going to happen, whether I like it or not.
It was an interesting angle they took.
Game capture
I'll
off.
say that.
Turn
They
window
definitely.
capture on.
I don't think this came down to any of the things that we thought it would come down to.
Didn't it?
No, the way the way they ruled on this was basically states don't get to remove people from federal ballots.
Right. But the federal could. And if Donald Trump were running, correct me if I'm wrong, for governor of Colorado, then the state could prevent him.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and that was something we hadn't even considered,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't on like Popog's chart or anything like that either. It was this is one that kind of comes out of left field almost, because we were saying, like, does it count as an insurrection, right? And like all that, but yeah, interesting decision. Still 9-0. So
yeah,
just wanted to say, since I wasn't here on Monday, called it.
Yeah, that's fine. After discussing with you guys the actual horrible nightmare scenario that we were in, I then agreed that
on my
that's
chart,
probably
it's the
where
most likely branch.
That was Popog's most likely branch, according to him. That it would be 9-0 or the they would choose this thing. Regardless, he is on the ballot for Colorado. I'd begrudgingly agreed with you guys at the end because the Supreme Court is goofy and the 14th Amendment is shit and poorly written, and because of all the horrible nightmare scenarios that would happen, the hurdles that they would have to jump through to get him to the point that says, yeah, he can't
not
be
self-executing,
not
followed
self-executing.
by the it's not up states, just Congress.
Yeah. So
I made summarized comparison picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was there.
The Congress
got it.
Can and should at this point vote to keep him off the ballot. Court said that they could, so they should. Hey, he did an insurrection. Don't let him on federal ballots. Ba-bam. It won't pass again because we can't pass good, important, proper laws around here. But I think they should do it anyway, honestly. And I think Raskin is. After I said that, because that's what I said on Monday. I said, hey, they ought to. And then I think Raskin is going to try. Top Democrat Moles plan to remove Trump from ballot after Supreme Court ruling.
Wait, what?
Raskin is going to try to remove him. He's a senator, so he's going to bring it up for a vote to take him off the ballot. Since the
good fucking luck.
Court told him that they could. Representative Jamie Raskin's comments came hours after the U.S. Supreme Court declared Congress, not the states, has the authority to remove presidential candidates under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. So he's going to try to enact it. Remember that self-executing thing. It's not self-executing, which means Congress needs to execute it. So he's trying to execute it. They said specifically, like, yeah, it's not self-executing. So Jamie Raskin's gonna try and get it executed. Maybe if he has balls, he will. But Dems generally don't have a whole lot of balls. They generally don't have that many.
It doesn't even require balls because isn't he a minority party? So
in the Senate, I thought they had one. Well, they have 49 plus that blonde lady who does whatever she's paid to do, and Joe Manchin, who is a Democrat in quotation marks, if I remember correctly. So they have 51, but that's still not going to be enough. It would have to probably be 60 to get that past the super majority thing.
Well, even that sentence that he's got there that you've highlighted, you'd have to find first that he committed insurrection, which has not been proven yet.
That's not what the court said.
Joe Manchin is my favorite Democrat.
I don't think that they would have to vote on it, and I don't think that they would have to prove that he did in court or anything like that. Eligibility is a political situation, not a legal situation. So if the politicals all get together and decide that this politician is not eligible, that's acceptable. If they got together and voted 60 people that he was guilty of a crime, that wouldn't fly. But eligibility, as I understand it, is a political situation. So the politicians can decide if you are eligible or not. Same as with impeachment.
Yeah, theoretically they could just pass it as a restriction. Nothing seems to indicate it has to have a criminal liability on it.
Actually, it said that it would have to be paired with a resolution to declare January 6th an insurrection.
Okay. I mean, if you had enough votes to kick him off, you'd have enough votes for that too. That's just declaring things. I declare things all the time. Declaring stuff is one of the Senate's favorite things to do, is declare what they do and don't like, and we declare this and we declare that. It's not an action. declaration.
I don't know. A lot of times it feels like that moment that Michael Scott walked out of the office
I
and
declare
went,
bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy!
Right.
Oh shit,
They
and
declare it all the time.
Shinsenso just put it in
What
chat.
resolution would it be though? 4K 1080p.
So yeah, the Supreme Court's decision on Monday struck down the challenges to Mr. Trump's ballot eligibility right before Super Tuesday, when the largest number of primaries or caucuses are being held, and he definitely won that thing. So, Mr. Raskin said he disagreed with the court's interpretation, saying other parts of the 14th Amendment are self-executing. People can go to court and say that something violates equal protection, even if there's not a federal statute that allows them to do so. So that's his legal argument, and that's. I hope he does. I hope he brings that shit up for a vote in the Senate. I hope he does. And then I can yell at all the Republicans who vote no on it, and Joe Manchin. And it'll go down 49, maybe 50, and then 51 with Kamala, but it won't do any good. And they probably won't even vote on it. It'll get that, what's the thing, where there's only 59 votes for a thing, so they don't even bother voting for it. Cloture, or whatever the damn hell it's called, I think, because you have to have 60. That, yeah. You have to have 60 to pass literally everything.
Well, that's why I said it's a no balls move. You don't have to have any balls to do it, because it has no chance in hell of ever actually gaining legs and going anywhere.
Well,
so it's politically, it's an optics maneuver.
Right, and
in the end,
Dems think only about optics.
Get rid of the 2 legislative tracks.
Dems only think about optics, and if the optics aren't going to look good, then they won't do the right thing. Because they don't have a whole lot of balls, you see. This Raskin bringing that up, even though it's going to fail, takes guts, because then people afterward will complain and be like, well, why'd you bring it up if it was going to fail? You'd be like, because it's the right thing to do. We need to talk about it. We need to look at it. We need to get people on record voting against it so that I can yell at them later.
Make the filibuster great again.
Make the filibuster great again. Yeah, make them do the filibusters. Make them do it. Because the Senate is full of live streamers, right? They're just too old to recognize that they could just sit at home and do this that we're doing. They'd be happier. I don't think they actually want to be in charge of anything. But again, I'm getting off topic. So, yes, that happened, and I hope that he brings it up.
I mean, to me, it sounds a lot like the what was it? The Matt Gaetz investigations that we talked about before, the political theater.
Congress isn't gonna work from home. They barely even work from work.
Yeah, all that stuff. It's not going anywhere.
The Matt Gaetz stuff only got worse this past week.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because guess what? McCarthy, that guy that Matt Gaetz got booted, was actually, because he's a terrible human being, sitting on secret evidence that proves the things about Matt Gaetz are true. But in typical Republican fucking fashion, he didn't tell us that those things were true because they were on the same team. Now that McCarthy's been kicked out, he's vengeful and wrathful and leaking things to the press and about how the things that were accused of Matt Gaetz are true. Well, hey, McCarthy, you piece of shit. You should have told us that a year ago. You should have told us that when you found out.
All right, I gotta bounce. Have a good stream,
this
y'all.
This is interesting. I was talking about the hearings that he was holding on, like the Biden laptop and all that stuff.
Yes, it's just Republicans that do that. Specifically, you at Shinsinto.
Sorry, I was laughing at Popog. Thanks for being here, Popog. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. I misunderstood what you were talking about there, Thomas. So yeah, the Hunter Biden stuff like that.
He ran like 7 committees for that shit.
Yeah,
and it never went anywhere.
It never went anywhere, right? Because as I've said in the past, the accusation is all that matters for a guy like Matt Gaetz. He doesn't care what's real. He doesn't care what's right. He doesn't care what's true. He just needs an accusation. That's enough. because then he gets to scream about the accusation all day long. He gets to go on the news and say, "Oh, well, the Hunter Biden's been accused of taking a $5 million bribe." It's easy. Anybody can do it. Doesn't matter if the facts are correct. It doesn't matter if the facts are there. It doesn't matter if it's made up by a Russian spy. He gets to accuse them. That's the point.
All my political enemies are liars.
And in the same vein, it doesn't matter if the thing that you're going to bring up as your bill or whatever has not a snowball's chance in hell of passing.
Of course it does.
But if you bring it up, then no, it doesn't.
You should tell your constituents what bills you want to pass. That's what they ought to do. Every one of our representatives ought to tell us what they want to get passed, not made up investigations about the president's son. Made up investigations about the president's son are of no value. The laws that they might pass are of some value to me. I might find out what laws they want to impress upon me.
Like, no, this is it's not even close to the same thing, because
you're right. One is way
I don't
more
want
important.
Trump to be able to run.
Okay.
And
well, he shouldn't run because he is an insurrectionist. He shouldn't be allowed to run. I'm going to give you a hot take right here. I banned that guy who was talking about Nazi shit earlier because I don't think Nazis should get First Amendment rights. Nazis shouldn't get to run in a democracy. You shouldn't allow it. I would absolutely say no, they can't.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, your stream is your stream.
I know.
That is a private stream. It is viewable by the public. Mm-hmm. You've allowed the public to comment on it, but it's your stream.
Holy shit, bad take alert.
The website where you are, or websites where you are hosting that stream, the websites that are hosting that stream for you have given you or delegated the power to you to moderate your chat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That banning that dude is not a violation of his First Amendment rights.
I agree.
So why would you equate your banning of that guy to violating his First Amendment rights?
If he ran for public office as a Nazi, I'm willing to say that he should not be allowed. He should be immediately disqualified.
Oh. I mean, we literally have had
can't run, then neither
Nazis,
can leftists.
like the American Nazi Party, try to run for office before.
I don't think they should be allowed. I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to look into a camera and tell you that. They shouldn't be allowed.
But that's what those kind of people scream when they get banned on Twitter.
I think they should be allowed. And I also think communists should be allowed. And, I mean, the end result should be that we denounce them and don't vote for them. And they get 0.00002% of the vote, and then they fuck off. And because their ideas were not accepted by everybody else.
If it were just a slightly different idea on the economy, or a slightly
I'm definitely not
Based Thomas
not willing to abridge the First Amendment because we don't like someone's ideas.
If they get their way, they take your First Amendment away. Are we allowed to let them in the thing? Okay, what if? Listen, he says I'm a Nazi. If I win, black people lose their First Amendment. Is he still allowed to run? I would say no. You're not allowed to run.
This is just a matter of who's in charge doesn't like somebody else. They lose their First Amendment. You're doing it right now. Actually,
I'm doing what right now?
Your people like.
Kicking him off the ballot
left,
wouldn't really change much in immediate sense
is
since
in charge
his
right now.
Overwhelming red anyway, the court unanimously argued that presidential candidates ought not
Waldo
to be
was in charge.
Kicked out.
Waldo's in charge. Therefore, we're treating people Waldo doesn't like as second-class citizens and not giving them their First Amendment right.
Why would I do that?
Because they're Nazis.
Those are people who would take your rights away.
And you
they
are
would
a
take away
person that would
people's
take
freedoms
their rights away.
because
If the
their
Nazis
stance is
win, they take
just
our
anti-freedom.
First
advocated
Their
for
Amendment
it.
their
rights,
stance
so
is
we need to take
anti-freedom.
their rights
If your
first.
stance is
Holy shit,
anti-freedom, you're
that's
not allowed to
dumb.
run in a free country. If your stance is
Calling something
anti-democracy, you're not
casually
allowed to be
Nazis
part of a
is really
democracy.
downplaying the victims of the Holocaust.
If your position is anti-democracy, I don't think you should be allowed to run in that democracy.
Nazism is a specific ideology that refers to the
Baffled right now
193,040s Germany.
that you can't see the irony in your position at the moment.
That position specifically? If you are anti-democracy, you're not allowed to run in our democracy. Why is that a crazy statement? If you win, you'll demolish the democracy. That's not an acceptable in any way outcome.
I think Couch Baby has put it pretty well in his last comment, or her comment.
I am being very hyperbolic. I agree. I am being very over the top. But I have gone to the absurd to make the point.
His thigh.
I just don't think it's a good point.
It's so absurd that it's probably never going to happen. I agree. It is absurd and it is ridiculous. So we can stop with the absurd thing. I'll rein it back in. I'll rein it in. You're right. Donald Trump did an insurrection, and I think that the Congress ought to put that up for a vote. Is that not a democratic or a democracy thing to do?
No, you are being honest, BC. As a leftist, you don't actually care about individual rights.
Couch Baby, that's all I care about.
So,
at Couch
if
Baby,
and when
it's mostly demonizing the other side, whether fairly or not on a belief. It's morally justified to do so. I don't believe in that idea,
or
though I
they
abhor
decide that it
anything
wasn't
related
an
to the
insurrection,
MAGA
for example.
movement.
You're fine with that.
If they have the vote and they vote that it isn't, or not to make him ineligible,
yeah,
then that's fine. That's what happened. The democracy happened. I like democracy. It's a good thing. So when they come together to decide whether or not politically he's eligible, and they vote 49%, 49 of the senators say yes, he is allowed, and 51 say no, so it doesn't carry over, then he's allowed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I think if I were in that situation, if I were one of those senators, I would vote yes, he did an insurrection. He should not be allowed to run for office in our democracy any longer because he tried to overthrow that democracy. Overthrowing the democracy.
No, you don't. If you like democracy, you have to let Trump win, and if he wins the most votes, you have to let him lead.
I'm going to talk to chat for a sec. Couch Baby, if he wins and promises to take away the rights of the
first
people.
Win should be run. Sadly, he is allowed, and I think it doesn't really add nor remove much from his election run. He might use it to his own victim complex by saying the deep state tried to kick him off the ballots.
She posted. That's all after the fact stuff. Couch Baby, if he runs and promises to dismantle democracy or take away people's rights, why would you let him run? I care about people's rights, so I would not like them to be taken away by him. Because I care about their rights. Okay. So I think we've beaten that subject into the ground.
If people vote for it, then it's democracy.
Are the people in a democracy allowed to vote to dismantle
Trump vowed to literally deport political dissidents and use the state apparatus to destroy his political rivals, aka people who he felt wronged him in court cases.
Theoretically, yeah.
That shit should never fly.
I don't accept it. I know.
Well, that's what the people are voting for.
Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Okay, well,
if you aren't allowed to vote for something, then it's not democracy.
We all would.
Right. Great. So why would we allow it?
But what have I said every stream for like the last 4 streams?
That you get the government you deserve.
People are responsible for their government. Yes. And if the people have decided that they don't want to be in a democracy and they democratically elect someone who promises to take those powers away, then it's their fucking fault when they lose their rights.
Why would we allow
And
something
that
we
could
don't
be
like?
our fault when that happens, if it happened.
So 51% of the country votes for the dismantling and the removal of democracy and the removal of voting rights. And we just have to go along with it. The 49%, there's no other, they just have to deal with it. They just have to not have any rights anymore.
That is why constitutional amendments require a 2/3 majority,
Bring
don't
back
they?
blasphemy laws because we don't like blasphemy.
Couch Baby, I don't think you know what I'm talking about. That's cool. Okay, so what was the other thing that I was trying to get to? Okay, what was it? Shit. I
At
lost
Couch
it.
Baby, Trump's case is more about the 14th Amendment on insurrectionists being allowed
Like, it's
to
really
run.
fucking hard to get a constitutional
For
amendment
office, he
passed.
was impeached
Yeah.
for disrupting the electoral process, plus he had been indicted on 2 counts. It's been clearly stated in the Jack Smith's case.
Yeah, what do you think about that? The Jack Smith case, since we didn't get to it. It's probably going to happen. So the Supreme Court's probably going to come down with their immunity decision.
You are literally
at the end
saying
of summer.
someone should NT be able to say something you don't like.
Couch Baby, you're not listening
It's
very
not
well.
speech that's been violated, it's conduct.
So the Supreme Court's going to have their decision at the end of the summer, and then Jack Smith's case is probably going to happen in October. What do you think about that, Thomas?
No, I agree.
So,
That's Trump's case. I am just
I
responding
think
to
that
Waldo's
it will
arguments.
be Trump does not have immunity from prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
I've already made that prediction.
Mm-hmm.
But he will still be allowed to run. And the reason for that is I don't think just having been the president grants you immunity. But in terms of being allowed to run, the whole point of
No president should have from criminal. He wants to supersede the
when the amendment was
Constitution,
written,
which is crazy.
the 14th, that prevented insurrectionists from running,
Mm-hmm.
They were concerned that when the Confederacy was re-annexed into the United States, that then they would attempt to use their political authority to elect like Jefferson Davis as president,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which would have then been a almost like a reverse conquering in that case if it managed to happen.
Right. He's not eligible, right?
Right. And that's why.
And we're okay with that.
Last time. Right. And there was an actual war fought,
mm-hmm.
right, over this. Like, when you capture territory in a war, you don't, like, let's say that we were still a conquering nation and not just the world police. If we had actually gone and freaking conquered Afghanistan and Iraq, we certainly wouldn't give Afghanistan and Iraq authority in our presidential elections, at least not for, half a century or more. So we made rules when
does
we
Jefferson Davis,
retook
leader
the
of the
Confederacy
Confederated, get to run for
that
president
said,
after
hey,
the
those
Civil
Confederate
War?
leaders, you can't run, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was not even close to that kind of scale. So I would be really hesitant. I would say, like, if I was sitting on the Supreme Court, that would be a really,
At Waldo, not
really
what I
tough
am
ask
arguing
to
about. I am talking about his
prevent
Nazis
Trump
don't get to run argument.
from running on the grounds of the 14th. Even as a, even if I were
At
to
Couch
grant that
Baby,
it was
same argument.
an insurrection, like,
No, it isn't.
that it's really tough to make that call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at the end of summer. The SCOTUS comes out and says he is not immune. Jack Smith's case
Richard
goes
Spencer
on.
didn't violate the 14th, but you say he can't run.
That happens in about October. What are you predicting there?
Yeah, the case gets to go on.
Okay. Well, it's going to happen in October. 30 days, maybe less, in front of the election.
Let me see. Make sure I got my ducks in a row here real quick. Which one is Jack Smith's case? Because I know there's lawsuit after
yes,
lawsuit,
unironic all
depending on
yes.
where and what state.
Okay, so it's a different argument because he didn't violate the 14th right. Nazi aren't just people I don't like, they are anti-freedom.
Well, yeah. So it'll be allowed to continue because there's no immunity granted.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it won't. I don't think he'll be indicted in the case.
You don't think? Well, he's already been indicted, but you don't think he'll be
or not
found guilty?
indicted? Excuse me. Convicted.
He won't be convicted.
I am not arguing over your definition of Nazi.
So, October comes around. I mean, we're gonna watch it, right? You're gonna live stream it with me, right?
Oh, sure.
Probably mid-October or something like that. We'll watch all the stuff. It'll be the biggest fucking media
As long as
circus
it's
ever
at
existed.
least as entertaining as the Johnny Depp trial, then
It
I'm
very well
down to
might
watch
be.
it.
And everybody live streamed that one, right? And that wasn't even about the leader of the free world. So we'll watch that. We'll see how he has what he's got going on, and then they find him not guilty. What happens? He just goes on. He gets bolstered and wins in November.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. What if the okay, so there's two more options here. It happens in October, it happens fast, and he gets found guilty in October.
Okay, so he gets found guilty in October. And then November rolls around and he's either elected or he's not.
Well, is he in jail? Let's say it's October. He's been found guilty. Is there a punishment? Do you think that there would be one?
Again, maybe. But even if he's found guilty in this case, the proceedings are allowed to continue, and it happens fast that he's found guilty. Is that even in the Supreme Court?
What's Jack Smith? He said he can do it in 20 days. That's what his claim was a few months ago. He could try this entire trial, beginning to end, 20 days. He needs 4 work weeks.
Let's say for the sake of the
Maybe to
argument
try it
I
the first
concede
time,
whatever definition
and then the
of
appeals
Nazi
process
you
comes
prefer
about,
is one of.
and it has to go up.
These Nazis
the
we will
court
call
level.
him Hadolf for the sake of the argument tries to run why can Hadolf not?
I don't see it.
Through.
You don't see it, what?
Concluding. I don't see it concluding.
Okay.
If it's October and the case is allowed to proceed, I don't see it concluding before the election.
Okay. So it goes past the election. So the election happens, and he either wins or loses. If he wins, he makes it all go away, right?
Maybe, but that's also a question. Can the president pardon himself?
He will. Whether he can, he'll declare it, just as we discussed earlier. He will fire literally every single person in the DOJ. Jack Smith doesn't work there anymore. You have been relieved of your duty, and he will install someone in that position that will do everything he wants, everything he says, and he will ideologically test every single person that goes into the government, and everybody who's already there. If they
Let
don't
us also assume that Hadolf has
match
not
with his
committed
ideology,
insurrection.
they'll be gone.
That's not even remotely feasible to do.
They're already promising to do it.
Yeah, they promised to do it last time too. Remove the swamp. It's the same promises.
No, I'm telling you, they weren't prepared last time. They didn't think that he would win. They are prepared. It's the Project 2025 playbook. I've been reading it. I've been looking at it. I've been talking about it. They have a plan this time. They are not going to goof around. They're not going to get caught unawares. They know exactly which steps to take in which order to do exactly the worst possible thing, which is remove every person from the government that isn't ideologically aligned with Donald Trump.
It's not even possible.
It
to do that.
is.
It's not.
How is it not possible?
Dude,
How
there's
is it
like
not?
tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of government employees.
Right.
You cannot possibly hope to ideologically test every last one of them in a reasonable amount of time and still get anything done in a span of 4 years. It's just not going to happen.
You start at the top. There's a cabinet, right? And then the cabinet checks all of their secretaries, and then their chiefs of staff and stuff like that. And then their chiefs of staff tell them, hey, if you're not on board with Donald Trump, you're out. And then they pass those down to the GS13s, who passes that down to the GS12s, who passes it down to the GS11s, and the ones who aren't are out. It would be real quick.
Guess what? No, it would not be, because all those people perform functions outside of their ideological loyalty to the President of the United States.
Yeah, they do.
They all do jobs. They all
Yes,
have
they do.
functions that they perform. So what you're suggesting is that we get Trump in, and then the next 4 years, the entire government is just crippled because we're performing an ideological purity test.
Yes.
And I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. That's so ridiculous.
Has the government ever shut down before? And if there was, ideally, possibly one of these government shutdowns, is there a really long one? Who was in charge of the longest government shutdown ever?
That
Donald
government
Trump.
shutdown was because of disagreements in Congress. That's not the same thing
wants the
as
government shut
removing.
down.
That's not the same thing
wants
at
it.
all.
They
as,
love it.
As trying to eliminate people from the executive branch who you need to continue the functions of your branch. Not even close to the same thing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Toss all those people out, and it will cease to function. And they will be happy. They will gladly, willingly do so.
No, they won't.
They will,
because guess
cheer.
What? When you
they
do
will
that,
get cheers
when
from
you
the
do
Republicans.
that, and all of the things come all grinding to a halt, not just whatever functions ideologically you think they're going to do, but literally everything. Military procurements for stuff come to a halt because some GS13 doesn't agree with the Trump administration on immigration. Get real, dude.
That's
No,
exactly what will
that's
happen.
Not happening.
That's
It's
exactly
not.
what will happen. That's exactly what will
You're
happen.
out of your mind.
Did one single Republican senator hold up all the military promotions for like 6 to 8 months?
How did that happen?
Because they don't care if it functions, man.
No.
They don't care.
I'm asking you the mechanism by which that was achieved.
He did a filibuster in the Senate or some shit.
Okay, so again, nothing to do with the executive branch and all of the people that work in the executive branch under the authority of the president.
The executive branch is even more top-heavy than the Senate.
It's one thing to not allow a bill to pass Congress as a senator. That is one of the powers that is specifically granted to you. But to deal with the amount of bureaucracy you would have to deal with in order not only to ideologically test every one of these every one of these government contractors, and on top of that, to be able to fire them, because a lot of them are really hard to fire.
Oh, they're not going to be hard to fire anymore. They're hard to fire because the people in the past, they would have been hard to fire because the people firing them care about the rules and the law.
Who sets the law?
God, King, Emperor Trump.
No.
If he's elected, yeah.
Congress
He'll
writes
tell
the
you
laws.
what the law is. He'll tell you what the law is.
Your scenario, the one that you're suggesting, is based on this idea that there is a head of state that has ultimate authority over the government, a king. That's not how it works. We have 3 branches. They have checks and balances. The scenario that you're proposing, I'm telling you, is not even possible under our government.
Under our current government, it's not possible. Because the current government somewhat, kinda, sometimes cares about the rules of the process.
Are you suggesting that the current government after this upcoming election is going to have all 3 branches controlled by one party, and that party will have a majority greater than 2/3. Because that's what you would need in order to get all this shit done.
That's what you need if you
saying.
follow the rules. Silly. He's not going to follow the rules. He's gonna go right to the Nancy Pelosi. He's going to invent a horseshit crime that she's committed. He's going to gin up charges that are not true, not real, not based on facts. He's going to investigate her, and then he's going to kick her out of her office.
Everything up to that last bit is maybe a possibility, but
what if he's in charge of the DOJ?
You can't just kick her out of the office. Because guess what? She's going to turn around and be like, no, this is bullshit. And then
she's going to write a strong-worded letter. Right. And then he put
because 17, we have checks and balances.
And he put 17 more people on the Supreme Court who all agree with him. Supreme Court's 40 people now. 37 of them are installed there by Donald Trump.
You would have to have the Congress approve a bill.
Yeah.
Both chambers approve a bill that expands the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
The president doesn't just get to do that.
Right. He'll put it through Congress. And if you stand against him, he'll invent a fake crime that you did. He'll tell the DOJ to investigate you. The DOJ will then investigate all the people that disagree with him.
Well, technically, you only need the Senate.
And then they'll bring him up on false charges the same way they have for fucking Joe Biden.
Those charges still have to be proven
in
order for any of that to happen.
In a court that has all its judges chosen by Trump appointees.
I am the Senate.
I am the Senate. Yeah, he goes full fucking Palpatine. I think we're getting very close to a full Palpatine moment.
I find that doubtful. Very doubtful.
I hope it doesn't happen, but I think he will. I think he's getting as close to full Palpatine as he can get. The Jan 6 was the first try, and he tried and he didn't. It failed. Jan 6 failed, and I don't think it'll fail next time.
The court will be packed because he will force them to do it by fabricating claims that will come to pass because he packed the court.
Not even close to managing an actual overthrow of our government.
It was the closest we'd come for a little while.
So if it's 100 to overthrow it, and we've been at 0 for 200 years, and Jan 6 was 0.1, yes, it's the closest we've come for a really long time. But it's not 100, it's not even 90 or 80, it's not even 20, it's 0.1 is where I put January 6th in terms of its chance of success. Actually, in terms of percent chances, not even 0.1, like 0.01. It was worthless endeavor. So dumb.
It
was dumb for them to be there.
Will start with the judge from NY who charged him
dumb
millions.
If anyone who encouraged it.
Mm-hmm.
And the level of people, not the level, the number of people you would actually need to pull that off is so much larger than January 6th was.
I don't think so. Not if he starts.
I think January 6th was bad. I think it was a dumb thing to do. I think that the people were violent there.
He's going to start from the top. He's going to set his cabinet, and his cabinet will enforce that on the people beneath them, to their secretaries and their agencies. And then those agencies will set that to the people below them. He's going to delegate it out. It's not Donald Trump himself running every single person through a 27-question checklist. It'll be passed down to the people. It'll be delegated down. The orders will go down to get rid of people who are Marxists or communists or vermin. You know, I am being extreme, but it is,
yes,
I think, the extreme end of what is possible.
I just, looking at the situation, we were just playing a D&D based games.
The chief executive will
D&D based
reform
game.
the executive
I think
branch,
you would
and
have
that
to
means the
roll a
other
lot
two
of nat
branches
ones in
will
a row
also
to make that
magically
happen.
get completely changed.
And I just don't think we're gonna roll all those nat ones in a row. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, it takes a lot of nat ones. I would agree. And yeah, you're right. It would take a lot of nat ones to get there, but I think Stephen Miller and what's that other guy? The one that runs Breitbart or whatever his name is. The one that did Gamergate. I don't remember his name. Bannon. I think Bannon and Miller are turning the dice to nat ones when nobody's looking. I think they're
Pretty
intentionally
sure
and
that Bannon's
willingly.
not even part of Trump's circle anymore.
He'll try. Who's he?
Bannon was ousted back when Bannon was his chief of staff.
Okay.
Trump kicked him out.
Okay.
So Bannon's not around.
Okay.
And as for Miller, I don't know what that dude's up to anymore. I don't even know if he'll be in Trump's cabinet next time.
When you're not looking, he's turning the dice to nat ones.
How?
How? Nobody's paying attention to him. Nobody's going to stop him. Because the people who want to follow the rules, the people you're describing, who that can't, when you describe this system as that can't happen within our system, that's because all those people want the system to function. If the people in charge of the system no longer want the system to function, maybe it won't.
But did our education system fail when Trump appointed that lady that doesn't like public education? I forget her name.
Nancy DeVos. It took a hit, but our institutions continued to function.
Okay. So then the argument's nil.
No. Next
because
time,
we have an
the
example
institutions might
of a
not
time that somebody that
stand
didn't
up.
like part of the system was appointed as a cabinet member, and it continued to function.
Well, I drilled a hole in my house, and my house is still standing. At some point, if I drill enough holes, it might not stand anymore. You know what I mean? And
I don't think that's even possible.
That's the point I'm getting to. That they're drilling holes, left and right. They're drilling holes all over. They're intentionally, willingly, gladly drilling those holes because they do not want it to stand. They do not want it to function.
If you say so.
Okay, and I'm being very extreme. So let me talk to chat real quick. Couch Baby. The chief executive will reform the executive branch, and that means the other two branches will also magically get completely changed. They'll be terrified under my horrible scenario, Couch Baby. Nancy Pelosi gets brought up on fake charges. She
How
gets
many people
kicked
do
out,
you think in the legislative
and
would
then
go along with this?
Once Nancy Pelosi's been kicked out under false charges, all of them, they'll be wieners. The House is full of wieners. The Senate's full of people who don't want to do things. They'll write strongly worded letters about how it's not allowed and it's not legal, and then they'll just do it anyway. Trump and his fans will just do it anyway. That's what I'm suggesting, and it is extreme. I know. It's extreme. And unlikely. But I still think it's possible, which makes me nervous.
Okay, how many would go along with clearly made up charges for Nancy?
I wonder if I just realized something about you.
What? That
is you are going with the worst case scenario in every circumstance and saying we shouldn't do this because the worst case scenario is X. And it happens every time.
Maybe. Am I a pessimist? Am I a pessimist?
I think you are not just an extreme pessimist. Yeah.
That he is a conspiracy nut.
Okay, from chat. How many would go along clearly made up charges for Nancy? Boss, listen. Couch Baby, have you ever been to the internet? Okay? Have you ever been to the internet? There
I didn't know
are
that the internet legislated
fake news
our
about
internet
Nancy
sat on the
Pelosi.
courts.
Boss, I can find you thousands of fake newses about Nancy Pelosi. Are there a lot of hate on the right about fans Nancy Pelosi? Yes, there are. They love hating on her because Hillary's not on the TV all that often anymore. How many of Congress? Well, a handful at least. Right off the top of my head, the nuts, the Matt Gaetzes, the Boberts, and the Maytags. Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, Maytag. She would go along with that. She's already a conspiracy nut. Yeah, she's already a conspiracy nut. She'll be she'll be Speaker of the House. Maytag will be Speaker of the House.
Okay, and you need over half.
And if she doesn't,
and you have what, 8?
Okay, yes, Councilor, you're right. I'm only mentioning like 8 names right now. They'll be empowered, they'll be emboldened, and all of the other Republicans will vote along with them. They always do. Then all you need to do is scare enough Dems, or bring up charges for them too. Bring them up on charges. Bring up 17 Dems all at the same time on charges. But we're going to do Nancy Pelosi's first, and then the 17 will be less likely to vote for it. I'm being extreme. I know I am. And I am being, as Thomas mentioned, very pessimistic. And okay, I'll try not to be pessimistic for a moment. What happens? Trump wins, and I'm overly exaggerating, and none of the things I mentioned happen. Well, then we just get smaller versions of all the bad things? Follow me here. What's he going to do to the judge from New York who just cost him $500 million?
Nothing.
Nothing? I don't believe you.
Well, he'll probably talk shit on Twitter.
I don't think after he's won the presidency, he's just going to talk shit on Twitter. Yeah. I don't believe you.
Question: does the president have authority to remove judges from their posts once they're appointed?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Bro,
so what's he going to do to the judge?
Brained.
He'll do it anyway.
No.
That's what he cost him $500 million. He will appoint someone at the DOJ, tell them, I want that guy out. They'll do something. They'll find a time where he accidentally didn't pay a speeding ticket or messed up on his taxes. They'll claim that he was a criminal and that the ruling he made back 2 months ago for the $500 million is null and void, and Donald Trump doesn't have to pay it. That's what I'm thinking you'll see.
I also doubt that that's possible. Because even judges who are found guilty of misconduct, their rulings don't get overturned.
No, they don't. Not in a properly working system. But they're going to break that system. They're going to break our system so hard.
How?
What do you mean how? They'll just do it. They'll just do it.
No,
his DOJ will come out and say, the head of the DOJ will come out and say that this court case does not stand. The $500 million will not be paid. It was a crooked trial run by a kangaroo court and a judge that was a Hillary voter, and he took money from George Soros.
Listen to my conspiracy. Done. It's gonna happen, I promise.
Not done. No.
That's
not even close to done.
Not even close to done. I agree. But they'll just do it.
And then the money never gets transferred back to Trump's account because
you sound just
none
as
of the things
as every
in writing legally say that that's how that's supposed to happen. Nothing ever happens to the judge, and life goes on as normal, except for Trump wasted some time appointing some special prosecutor or whatever, and it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
None of it makes sense. It doesn't follow any sort of precedent. It doesn't have any legal grounds or standing.
Okay.
None of what's in our laws say that this is even possible. And if these stuff started to happen, guess what happens? The courts are getting involved. Congress is getting involved. There are so many hurdles to the things that you're suggesting. It's literally just not possible.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I don't want
if
this
Trump
to
becomes
happen.
president, nothing is happening to that judge that ruled against him in the defamation case.
Okay. Will he try to do something?
He will try to talk more shit about him on Twitter.
Will he send the DOJ to investigate him? I think he will. Is the DOJ allowed to investigate things? I think he will.
Well, if he does, we'll find out about it.
And what does the news
and it will
say
come
when
to
that
Is the
nothing.
judge even a federal judge?
No, Couch Baby, he's not a
Depends
federal
on
judge.
what platform you listen to.
Okay. So, I'm thinking that he would do that if he wins. You're right. I'm being extreme, and I am being pessimist, and I'm being worst case possible scenario. That Donald Trump tries to make our institutions fail to get what he wants. And if we're lucky, the institutions won't fail. If things go the way you think that they would, the institutions will stand.
Not a federal judge, and you think the state of New York would let this happen?
Yeah, it's our institutions are like.
Check out Waldo's videos, https www.youtubecom
Okay,
at Waldo
boss, I'm going to give
videos.
you a scenario, right? Okay, you have the law in writing, and you take it up to Cersei Lannister, and she rips it up as you stand at the bottom of the stairs.
I wasn't aware that Cersei Lannister was also required to follow along with the decisions of a Supreme Court and a Congress and Senate.
Okay, we talk a lot about Game of Thrones around here, but the rules were respect what Robert Baratheon said on his deathbed and the things that he wrote down, and at the hand of the King, Ned Stark, wrote down. He handed it to Cersei, and she tore it up. And what did Barristan Selmy do at the bottom of those stairs? He said, "Oh, you can't do that. Those are the king's words." And then she ripped it up some more. That's the position that we'll be in. We'll be in the position at the bottom of the stairs saying, "No, you can't do that."
You just confirmed exactly what I told you maybe 10 minutes ago. When I said the way you were looking at things is from a top-down, there's a king perspective. That is not how our government functions.
It will if he wants it to function that way, and the people below him make it that way.
Because the president is not a king.
On paper, he's not. I agree. The law, everything that I'm describing him doing is unlawful. But if he's in charge of the law,
and that's why we have a separation of powers between three branches. That's also why we have a distinction between the federal and state governments. That's also why we have a constitution that literally can't be violated unless multiple branches of the government allow that to happen. And then they should be amending it. And that's why it's so hard to amend the Constitution. Like, all these things that you're suggesting will happen if Trump is elected are either completely untenable, not even possible, or just not even thinking about our government the way that it actually functions.
I think function is the most important word you just said there.
I think your worst case scenario is where all these things are happening is not even a possibility.
I think function was the important word you said there. If the government is functioning, he will make it not function. He is in charge of executing. He's in charge of making it work, making it function. And he will choose to make it not function, or he will choose to make it function in his benefit. We're going around in circles. You're right. I'm being very, very pessimistic. I'm being very worst case here. I am. I agree. You're right. And most likely, the most likely scenario, if we're lucky, and yes, Couch Baby, if we're lucky, our institutions hold him responsible and do not allow him to rip up the laws. That would be a lucky thing.
He's making fun of you.
I know he is, but
he's saying
it's still a good thing. Then
he's saying that the chances of what you've suggested happening are 1 in like 100 quadrillion. I say that's about right. 1 in 100 quadrillion.
Well, if you live in a country where the laws and the written word protects you from the terrible nightmare thing that I just described, you should consider yourself lucky.
Bro, not rolling the 1 in a quadrillion chance isn't lucky, it's expected.
Being lucky.
I know, but I'm taking it back. I'm
exactly. It's
doing
expected.
judo here. I'm doing judo.
It's expected to to not roll the 1 in a quadrillion chance. It's why, you know, you go buy a Powerball ticket, which has much better odds than 1 in 100 quadrillion. You don't expect to win. You know,
right.
This is the.
If you're correct, I'm lucky that I live in a country with solid institutions that don't let
There is a better
God
chance
kings
that
rip up the
Russia
law.
solos the whole world in military conquest and wins than what you are describing happening.
Great, then I'm lucky, Couch Baby, because I live in a world where it's unlikely to happen. I hope it doesn't. I hope Thomas is right. I hope Couch Baby's right. I hope he's right about this 1 in a quadrillion number. But what does Trump want? Would Trump do any of those things that I mentioned if he were allowed to?
Maybe.
Would he push for those things if no one told him no?
Arguing that something with that low of chance of happening is completely meaningless.
Okay. And that maybe you just gave me makes me nervous. Maybe he does want those things that I mentioned as a terrible nightmare scenario. Maybe he would try to make them happen. Maybe he's promised wrath and an investigation of all his political enemies. And maybe he'll get them.
I don't know.
The
I'd give
point
it a
I'm
better
trying to
chance.
get to.
Oh, no, I can't make that joke because it might get us banned off Twitch. But it was a vaccine joke.
Oh God, don't bring up that word. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Bernie Sanders gets elected, and maybe he's an actual communist and not just a democratic socialist. And
Do you think Biden
maybe
would
he decides
weaponize
to
the
take rights
DOJ
away
if he was
from
allowed to?
all the right wingers, people like me, and maybe he weaponizes the DOJ and the NR or fucking IRS and all of them to go after us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they haven't promised to do that. Donald Trump has. That's the difference.
Oh, I
You've
don't think he
asked
has.
them. Oh, Couch Baby, do you think Biden would weaponize the DOJ if he was allowed to? No, I don't think he would. There's a difference between the two sides. The sides are not the same. One side is bland, boring, banal centrists of the Democrats, and the other side is Donald Trump, who is promising investigations, promising retaliation, promising spite, promising all the people who are at his rallies that he is going to do revenge. He's promising a revenge tour. But we just have to ignore it because he's just talking bullshit, you know? He's just talking bullshit. He can't really do.
He doesn't have the power to do any of it.
He doesn't have the power to do the things that he wants to do. Motherfucker, if the man who's running for president wants to do bad things, we shouldn't vote for him. We shouldn't let him be president. I don't know why that makes me a crazy person to think that. The man who's promising things that he can't do legally is allowed to run and gonna get half the fucking vote. That doesn't make you nervous? That doesn't make you think that maybe we shouldn't be elevating him?
Hold on a second. Technically speaking, every presidential candidate is making promises that they can't legally uphold.
Nonsense.
Because they don't have the power.
They're making
no, because
nonsense.
If a presidential candidate makes a promise to, for example, balance the budget, guess what? The president, and that's a very mild promise. That's one that I think we should all be in favor of. But guess what? The president can't make that promise.
They can't balance the budget, even if they wanted to.
No, because guess what? The power of the purse is in the hands of the Congress, and the president is part of the executive branch, and it's the legislative branch's job to set the budget and the taxes and all of that. So any president that has ever promised to balance the budget is making a false promise. Straight up. They can't do it.
Usually they say something along the lines of working with Congress to balance the budget. Is that a lie? I will work with Congress to balance the budget? Is that a false promise? I don't specifically.
Well, That specifically is not a false promise.
Okay, great.
But if a president promises balancing of the budget,
okay,
it's a false promise unless they specify, "I'll ask Congress to balance it," or maybe
Biden
they'll
literally
say,
said
"I
he would
won't,
forgive student loans and turns out
I won't
courts
sign
say no
any
you
bill
can't do that, so
that
he literally promised something he
has an
can't legally
unbalanced
do.
budget." Um,
okay.
there's
Couch
one
Baby
from
actually
Couch Baby.
brought up a good point. This is a good
Great
point, Couch Baby.
example.
Good
Biden
point.
does not have the power to forgive student loans.
Except
made
for
the
all the ones
promise,
he
though.
did. Except for all the ones he did. He took off $1 billion worth of student loans like a week ago. But nobody heard about it. Nobody thinks about it. Nobody knows anything about it.
Didn't that already happen once and then it got reversed?
And
the loan
then
came
he
back?
did it again. And then this one seems, they keep doing it. They have forgiven billions in student loans. That's literally happened. Can he forgive all of them? No. Should he be able to forgive all of them? Probably. There's some court case that the certain people are pushing to make it where he can't. Can't imagine why the fuck he would do that. I mean, it's all government money, isn't it? It's government loans.
So you are saying Biden is doing something the courts said he can't legally do?
Well, it is,
Fascist.
but it's not the president's authority to be able to do most of that.
He thinks that he can. He said so on the campaign trail. He got
I
elected.
can't believe
he
you
did
would break
some
our
of it.
institutions like that.
And then some of the courts said, no, you can't do all of it. And so he did some. And then he went and changed the way the bill was written because they moved the words around, Couch Baby. That's what lawyers do, is they move words around. So they moved the words around. It got past the court, some of it, not all of it, and some of it got forgiven. Did he overpromise? Yes. Is that a lie? Yes.
Some of the courts, the Supreme Court.
So yes, great. He has overpromised, and that's a lie. Great. And what did he lie about? Giving the middle-class poor people money. What is Donald Trump promising that he's lying about? Investigating
if he lied.
everybody who disagrees with him. Turning the DOJ into a weapon. Turning the tax structure into a weapon. And going after judges that have ruled against him. That's what he's
promising. We are saying he is literally saying he can do something he cannot do.
Well, you're drawing the difference, but I mean, didn't let's put a similar what is it, promise that was made. Yes, Trump promised, what was it, what they call it, the platinum plan for African American people in the country, and that never happened because guess what, he didn't have the power to do that.
Okay.
He promised a huge infrastructure bill, which ended up actually, funnily enough, making it through Congress after a handful of years that it was worked on, and then Biden ended up signing it. That was funny. I mean, promises get made.
Okay,
and,
great. And if those promises are good, then that's good. If the promises are to be a nightmare monster fascist, then like why would we allow it? The two sides
I don't think those
are
are promises that are being made. I just don't.
He,
I think that you should have been more concerned last time he ran. When his promise
I was
drain the
screaming
swamp.
about this. I didn't have a fucking YouTube
And then it
channel
didn't even
back
happen.
then. And it didn't, because he didn't think he was going to win. Nobody thought he was. So they didn't have the plans.
I don't think that's a good fallback. I think
they didn't have the plans.
I mean, he won. He had 4 years to do it.
There
It
should
never
be
happened.
an ordinance to limit the number of times
Was
a
it really even a promise?
Can say fascist in a week, or maybe we resolve the Biden debt fiasco by selling vouchers for saying.
President Biden canceled student debt for more than 150,000 student loan borrowers ahead of schedule. So he did this. And it just happened. 1.2 billion in student debt cancellation.
How did he do it?
Legally. This isn't like February 21st. This is a couple of weeks ago. Save repayment plan. One day from his administration. But he did it. It's done. It's already happened. 4 million borrowers have 0 monthly payments under the SAVE plan. Debt forgiveness, below average income, totally. Okay. So this happened. So yes. Did he promise to do this? Yes. Did he overpromise the amount that he would lower it by? Yes. Is that a lie? Yes. Fine. I accept that. He promised that he would get it done, and it's not done well enough. That's a lie. Fine. Donald Trump isn't promising to save people money. He's promising to go after his political opponents.
Okay, so if the Supreme Court says this isn't legal and is in violation of their last order, will you say this is fascist?
I don't think that's a promise that is even a promise.
So we just don't pay attention to it. When he promises to go after his political enemies, we'll just ignore it. Don't think about that. He can't do it anyway. Pay no attention to the thing that he tells you that he wants to do.
Well, I mean, Hillary's not in jail. And pretty sure that was a promise last time, right?
He promised to put her in jail.
Those things promises.
Great. So he tried.
But it wasn't a campaign promise,
He tried to do it. Okay, so it wasn't. Did he promise it? I would say yes. Did it happen? No. Why didn't it happen?
About it on the campaign trail.
Why didn't it happen?
He told her she'd be in jail if he was president during a debate.
Is that a promise?
Is she in jail?
No, because the institution's held, which is your point from earlier. If the institutions hold, he doesn't get to do whatever he wants. Doesn't that make you fucking nervous that he would promise that? Doesn't that mean he's a terrible person? Doesn't that mean he's a fucking authoritarian wannabe monster?
I think he's talking a lot of shit. And I don't think it's going to happen.
Greg, well, no, we don't have to listen to it. He's just talking shit. Don't worry about it. He's just talking shit about putting his political enemies in jail. Don't worry about it until he fucking does. And that's why I freak out about this. He promised to put her in jail. And if the institutions hadn't stopped him, he would have. If the law hadn't stopped him, he would have. Next time, maybe he doesn't let the law stop him. And if you're going to put somebody in charge, yeah, this time, maybe it doesn't next time. What happens if it doesn't next time? What happens if the, I'm getting back to two-sidedness. One side is promising giving people money, and the other side is promising to put their political enemies in jail. And when I pointed out, you guys just say, oh, it's bullshit, it's bullshit, nobody did anything. Just different people.
What the fuck ever, he was never going to throw anyone in jail.
Well, let's be clear on that.
Both sides are promising different people more money, yes.
Okay, so both sides are promising to give people money, and one side...
So should we argue
Although,
that
actually,
since Buttigieg said, hell yes, we are coming for
both
your
sides
AR-15s and
talking shit about throwing
AK-47s
people in jail?
Biden gave him a cabinet
Isn't that
position.
the whole
should we not
idea
vote for Biden
of all these
because he
lawsuits
tacitly
on
endorsed
Donald Trump?
Biden?
Sorry, Knooch was in my ear. One sec. Couch Baby. That wasn't Buttigieg. It was Beto O'Rourke. Sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
I said, now hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, aren't both sides offering people money in promises? Yes, they are. And I'm pretty sure that both sides are talking about putting people in jail. I'd say it's a bunch of shit talk, and that has been the conversation between us for several weeks now, actually. It hasn't the whole conversation been about, is Trump going to go to jail?
Right, he committed crimes. We have lots of evidence and lots of court cases and lots of reason to bring him in on trial. Yes, allegedly. Allegedly committed crimes.
There you go, exactly.
He's got 90. He's got 91
So
felonies.
has Joe Biden allegedly committed crimes, and so has Hillary Clinton allegedly committed crimes. Right?
Right.
Are any of these crimes proven in the court of law?
Well, Hillary was found not.
These bitches all hold hands and worship Moloch together at the end of the day.
There was no not guilty verdict. There was no reasonable prosecutor would try this case.
And so they dropped it. They dropped it.
They dropped it.
Great. So hers got dropped. Donald, guess what? So Joe Biden's is about to get dropped too. So one side has their charges dropped because they're horse shit, and the other side has 91 felonies.
I don't know about that.
And is about to go to trial in October, and promising retribution and revenge if he gets elected. The sides are not equal. One side is
no.
blatantly, obviously better than the other. One side is better than the other. Blatantly,
No,
obviously, factually,
I don't think
numerically.
so.
Yeah.
I disagree with a lot of what you just said, actually. Horse shit, no.
Horse
I
shit.
mean,
I don't want to
the
fight
easy,
about that again.
no. Definitely the
Biden's is getting
charges that should have
dropped
been
because
brought
he
up for
isn't
Hillary,
considered
not horse
competent
shit,
enough, lol.
and the charges, I mean, if you want to talk about the Bidens, there's of course Hunter Biden,
Right,
right?
which
Who
isn't being accused of any
isn't
crimes.
being
It's about to get dropped because their star witness was a lying piece of shit who is taking Russian misinformation and peddling horse shit to the people who want to believe it.
Oh, that's weird. So
Jim Comer wants to believe it.
Okay, fine, then should we not vote for
So,
Beto because he said that he would violate the Second
possession of
Amendment?
cocaine is not a felony crime.
That's not what they're bringing him up on charges for, boss.
I'm
They're
aware.
bringing him up for $5 million, which didn't happen. In chat at Couch Baby, that's a good reason for you not to vote for him, and I would respect you for that. But I wouldn't respect you for not voting for Joe Biden because of the $5 million bribe that didn't actually happen. You've just been misinformed. Couch Baby, I wouldn't respect you if you didn't vote for Joe Biden because he is a lizard alien. Okay? That is misinformation. If you said the reason you're not voting for Joe Biden is because Hunter Biden got $10 million in bribes, and it turns out not to have gotten the bribes, then
I am asking what you think.
Yeah, and I think that I wouldn't respect. I don't respect bullshit. And what I get from Republicans is bullshit.
Well, hold on a second.
That's all I
to
get
get back
from
to
them.
the point is your argument was one side makes promises to put people in jail and the other one doesn't.
Well,
and I think I've demonstrated at this point that that is not true.
The two biggest people.
Your counter to that was well, the charges that my side's people got brought up on were trumped up.
Exactly.
Do you think we should not
but
vote
I don't
for
think they were.
Beto
That's a
because
good
he
point.
wants to promise to violate the Second Amendment?
I don't think it is.
It's not a good point. One side
No.
lies about the other, and the other actually commits crimes.
No, because if I had done any of the things that were
I swear to God,
alleged.
if you say fucking Hillary's email server, we're just gonna end it. We're not gonna argue about that right now.
I know,
I
because
won't
I'm
bring
right
it up.
about it.
No, because it's horse shit that you won't get over ever. You're gonna be 98 years old. I'm gonna be in the retirement home right next to you, and you're gonna be complaining about what about her emails.
It's not. Whoa. It's not horse shit. It just was dropped.
It was dropped because it was
Her
horse
new
shit.
buttery mails.
No, it
I
wasn't.
want to vote for Lauren Boebert
That's
for
not the
president
reason.
and her big fat goth titties for vice president.
See, DJ Jazz
not the
Jeans
reason it
knows
was
how to
dropped.
troll. It's a good job. Couch Baby, if you think that his endorsement and his plan for the Second Amendment is against your rights, then don't vote for him. And tell people that. He's telling you, he's being decent, honestly, telling you what he wants to do with the fucking government. Republicans don't do that. And if they do,
I am asking what you think.
What do I think? I think that you... Wait, what do I think? Do you think we should not vote for Beto because he wants to promise to violate the Second Amendment? If he is doing a thing and you think it's against your rights, don't vote for him. I don't think that his promises were against my rights. So I would be, or it's not as important to me, that specific right. That right needs to change a little bit. Again, I'm not going to start an entire Second Amendment argument right now. What the fuck was I going to talk about? Lauren Boebert, super cool. I've lost the train. I was going to mention a thing, but now I can't because I don't remember what it was. I'm running on fumes.
Well, it might be time to call it anyway because I got work in the morning.
Yeah, it's time to call it. I gotta go to work tomorrow. All right, so
Baitwa good for saying that he wants to violate your rights. Trump is bad for saying he wants to violate your rights.
I will see y'all on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. We'll look at the headlines and we'll do some more. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Couch Baby, let's see. I appreciate you being in here. Beto is Beto is doing you a favor by telling you what he wants to do with the government. And you take it seriously. I take it seriously. If he puts together a plan that completely obliterates the Second Amendment, I wouldn't vote for him either. If he puts together a plan that says, hey, I sure would like it if you registered your weapons,
I would like to see him try.
I would be all right with that. I would vote for him. You would say that's against your rights, but I would disagree with you.
Let's see how that works out.
What, registering your weapons?
Why isn't Trump doing us a favor for saying the same thing?
He is saying the same thing. He's telling you that he's going to turn the entire DOJ into a hit squad. He's telling you that he's going to investigate every single person that's against him. He's telling you what he's going to do with the government. And what he's going to do with the government is weaponize it against the people who don't like him. He's telling you that. And I'm telling you that he's telling you that. That's never happened under a Dem. Never, DJ Dad Jeans. Never happened. What I'm telling you, Couch Baby, is yes, Donald Trump has told you what he's going to do with the government. And it's a bad thing.
Okay, why do you not frame that the same way you frame Beto saying it?
Because one of those is a debate, and one of them is a nightmare. Beto saying, hey, I would like to change the way the gun laws are is an issue that you can take a side on. Donald Trump saying, I will ignore the rule of law if I'm elected and turn the DOJ into a revenge tool. I'm telling you that he's telling you that, and you guys keep telling me it's bullshit. Oh, he's just talking bullshit. No. Donald Trump talks shit all the time. Donald Trump talks shit all the time. You can't believe the things he says. If I did that about Beto, you'd be screaming at me. Oh,
Check out Waldo's videos,
Listen.
https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Beto came in and said, yeah.
Beto is saying he will do the opposite of what the second says.
No, he didn't. He said he would limit the AKs and the AR-15s. That's what he was saying. He was saying he would limit those guns. That's what his plan was.
I literally never said that Trump is talking shit.
Well, okay, fine. I'm conflating what you said with what Thomas said. And his defense generally is that Trump talks shit all the time and you shouldn't listen to it.
He literally said he is coming for them.
We're coming for your AK and AR-15s, yes. He didn't say your 9mm. He didn't say your shotguns. He didn't say your hunting rifles. He said your AKs and your AR-47s. That's what he said he was coming for. Which, is he allowed to say, I'm coming for your RPGs? I'm coming for your tanks and your anti-tank missiles? I'm coming for your armor-piercing rounds? To some extent, you would say those. Arkansas 47s, baby. Arkansas 47s. Anyway, it's late. It's 9. I gotta go to bed. I have to work tomorrow. Please come back on Saturday. What we'll do is...
You can own all of those.
You shouldn't be able to.
FJB.
FJB. I wonder what that stands for. It's the end of the night. Thanks for coming in right there at the end, Mr. Burris Madibin.
There is literally a form from the ATF saying you can own a nuke.
Okay, well that's a dumb idea. We should discuss that
Fun
in a
jokes
reasonable
and
way.
bunnies.
We should discuss that in a reasonable way and come to
Burisma
a
Biden.
proper maximum freedom. But that is it for me tonight. I appreciate everybody who was here. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for pressing the buttons. Press the thumbs up. Press the sub. Press the follow buttons. I think I'm at what, like 29 now on the Twitch. Very exciting. I appreciate it.
You cannot discuss things reasonable with a leftist.
I think that you can. I've been doing it all night. I haven't banned you at all. I only banned one person tonight, and he was pushing Nazism. So I just talked sense with Thomas for hours, and I do it all the time.
You aren't reasonable.
I'm not reasonable, yet here I am listening to all your reasons. Aren't I? Think I am.
F Ukraine, F Israel.
See, that's what unreasonable looks like, boss. Couch baby, this is what unreasonable looks like. Thanks for being here.
You argue with circles and fallacies out the ass.
I argue like a boss. Fallacies.
At Boris Mebiden, yeah, this guy is crazy, I agree.
Good night. I really do have to go.
Look at those burns.
We'll be back on Saturday.
Sideburns.
Yes, the sideburns
Shave
are helpful. God, no. They're fantastic. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you.